Now time for the nation's sharpest opinion. And if you mention the name Ajit Doval, what is the image that comes to your mind? Let's think about it for a moment. When you take the name Ajit Doval, the various images come to your mind. A no-nonsense national security advisor who has led the country's national security through the most challenging of times. A man who has sacrificed so much through his entire life and taken so many risks for the nation. And I must say, I've had the privilege of observing and, if I may say so, knowing him to some extent, watching him professionally as a journalist. One thing which we all know about Ajit Doval is his clarity of thought, his clarity of intent. He is a nationalist. And he has complete clarity about what he says. So when he spoke, and this event happened, I'm told, at IIT Madras today. It is so fantastic that when Ajit Doval was there at IIT Madras and he was speaking, and when he was addressing the students there and the academic staff, I think it was an academic event, I think a convocation, he said things on Operation Sindoor, which we all wanted to hear from his lips. I will share a little bit of what he said, but he made one very basic point. He said that, look here, the foreign press said that Pakistan did this and that and this and that and this and that. And of course, people like Rahul Gandhi. But he said, show me any one picture, one image, which shows any damage the Pakistanis did. And think about it, with his clarity of thought, he said that you can make any claims, Pakistan, that you did this and you did that. But there is not one image. Yes, there is a destroyed, half-exploded Chinese missile that fell some 100 kilometers away. But there is not one image of impact. And this point is so important. Therefore, I want to thank him for setting the record straight. And I want to thank him for his clarity of intent and for sharing that much. There is so much probably Ajit Doval cannot share. Because, of course, national security matters are not to be disclosed. Overt, covert, open, clandestine action is not to be discussed. But here is the soundbite, and I hope it resonates with you as it has done with me earlier today. Let's play it.
You tell me one photograph, one imagery. They wrote this thing, the New York Times. Only imagery, they said 13 air bases of Pakistan before 10th May and after 10th May.
So, ladies and gentlemen, he said that the foreign media made so many claims, but they had no evidence. Again, that speaks a lot about the foreign media, doesn't it? And to the lapdogs of the foreign media in certain political parties in our country who lap up everything that they say. Ajit Doval says that, show me one image of damage that the Pakistanis did in India. I want to also mention some fact checks. You see, these people said we brought down this Rafale and that Rafale, and they showed some images. The Pakistani media outlet, the News International, showed up some images. And the fact check showed that the image they were sharing was of a 2021 MiG-21 crash in Punjab's Moga district. Then they fabricated a letter allegedly written by a DRDO scientist claiming a failure in BrahMos missile components. The letter was a fake. There is no scientist by that name at the Armament Research and Development Establishment, or ARD. Then they falsely claimed that Indian aircrafts were downed. Right? They said explosive laden Indian drone downed near Lahore's airport, blah, blah, blah. Fact check, this was from an earlier incident involving an Indian Air Force MiG-29 fighter jet that had crashed in Barmer, Rajasthan in September 2024. So all the fake news was put out. And Mr. Doval's comments put so many things in perspective. The answers the Pakistanis do not have is that when we talk, we provide the evidence, we show the evidence, the visual evidence of Noor Khan attack, Rafiqi attack, Murid attack, Sukkur attack, Sialkot attack, Pasrur attack, Chunian attack, Sargodha attack, Skardu attack, Bolari attack and Jacobabad attack. And we don't have to show the evidence. These pictures were there on social media handles and it was all over Pakistan. There were such images anywhere here in India, none.